Hello everyone, welcome back to Player Swarm. This is Kel. Today's video we are going to do a guide on your gear, cells, genes, and your totems. So here on this, we just unlocked genes at this level. We went ahead and equipped our first two genes that we got, and we're going to basically explain the gear, the genes, the cells, and the totems, how to get them, where to get them, the best way to start equipping them, and so on and so forth. So first off is gear. You're going to get your first set of T2 gear. It'll be a complete set. You're going to get all of that from completing Queen level 8. So once you get Queen level 8, you'll get all of that, and then from there you're going to be getting upgrade material and evolution material for these. So as you can see, I've already started evolving some of my tier 2 gear to tier 3. This account is going to have a ranged focus on it. So I've already gone for some range attack on 2 of the pieces and some support on another piece. So that's all the gear right here. So the different levels of gear that they actually have in the game go all the way up to I think they keep increasing it, but we can go out here, we can see some of the higher level players here and their gear and how high some of it goes. I think it's T7 or 8. So we'll just go and pick on someone that's pretty big. Let's see, here we go. So we're just going to look at his info. So obviously, yeah, he has T8, T8, T8. That's going to be, again, later on in the game for getting gear. We are also going to explain where you're going to get your gear from. So first and foremost, you're going to be getting your gear materials, your upgrade materials, and your evolution material from you can buy them in the diamond shop, and if you hit the button down here, it'll show you a couple areas to get them as well. So you can always, of course, you can always gift pack buy them. You can also do going on hunts, defeat predator nests, that will give you some as well. And also events also tend to give out some evolution material or upgrade material or whatever. So if we go in here to let's go into breakthrough, you can see as some of the rewards, you're going to get upgrade material right here. And if we go here to ace, I don't think for today's they have gear. No, this is all just going to be well, they have these, the evolving box, so you'll get some evolution stuff, and you can choose with these which one you want. So you can get gear, cells, genes, herbs, totem, whatever. And then so just various ones like this, and especially during holiday events in the trophy shop, again, you can buy you know, you can get gear, gene, cell, herbs as well. So it's always smart to start doing those events when you can, and get your upgrade and evolving material for gear. Now, as we said when we first started, this is going to have a range focus, which means I'm going to be focusing more on the range attack and the range defense and HP. Now, this is only going to really start to matter heavily in the game after, I'd say, after you get T9 troops. So about Queen level 26 or so and up, that's when this is really going to start to impact how you play. All the way up until then, you're more than welcome to play however you want and either focus on just one particular set of gear and genes and cells and herbs, or I mean, sorry, totems, or you can kind of evenly spread it out. Now me, on my other nests, I kind of evenly spread it out a little bit, just because those other so like haste and melee come in handy for you know, nest defense, and if you're attacking someone else that is maybe the same focus as you. So if you're a haste player and someone else is a haste player, you're not going to necessarily want to attack them with your haste. If their haste happen to be right around the same level as yours, you'd want to have some sort of cutting edge and attack them with probably some ranged. And so that's why I kind of like to evenly spread up to a certain level my gear and cells and genes and totem. So on the gear, you're going to get an attack bonus for your main focus, and then on your other two it'll be either haste or melee. So down here, this has a melee attack focus, but we're getting the defense and the HP boost off of doing that. And again, each one of these is different. You're going to have 2 attacks and then 2 defense and HPs. So 4 total usually is what you're going to be running into. So that is your gear. Now the builder gear and your research gear, these are optional to buy from the packs. And once you buy those, this is going to help with the resource cost of upgrading and researching. So upgrading buildings and researching new things in the research cap. It's going to help with basically the resource cost amount, and so it's a flat rate and a percent. But once you go into the shop, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So we'll go over here and we'll go gear, and then you can look at let me see, build and research right here. So the builder gear, again, food required for building, you're going to be a minus, so minus a million, minus 200,000, and then the food required for building is minus 5%. So again, on each one of these, it's going to have something slightly different. That's why it's always good to buy the whole set when you do it. And the higher the gear, so T4 versus T3 versus Tier 5, obviously we want to go for Tier 5. It's going to have the biggest discounts for us on building and researching. So we want to have, eventually, if you are this type of player that wants to put money into a mobile game, I'm guilty as charged. I've done it too on my main account, and then I also have a completely free to play account as well, so I have both. And then this account, we'll just have to see how it goes in the future, if I'm going to monetize this one or not. I don't know yet. It could, I don't know. Just depends. And I guess it kind of depends on you know, player feedback. If you guys want to see how big a free to play account can get, or if you want to see how big a you know, a pay to win account gets. I mean, you can go to the leaderboards and take a look at it, how big pay to win can get as well. So so that's your gear, kind of in a nutshell. So as you're building your nest, like I said, I'm a ranged focus on this one. Other players are haste, other players are melee. It just kind of depends. This is also going to play a part in arena. So building your main account over here for specialized, you know, focus. When you get into here in the Queen Legion War, if you are a haste player, now as you can see, I'm only going up against elite guards, but you're going to look at some of these top players, and some of them are going to have just one focus in there, while others may have 3 different focuses in there. It just kind of depends. So as you can see, this one's a haste. We had a melee. Let's see if we can find a ranged. Let's go down here. Melee. So this one's using 2. It's using ranged and haste. It just kind of depends on where your focus is for what you want your building to be. I recommend kind of building it a little evenly all the way up until you unlock totems, which I believe you unlock totems at level 25 evolution cave, so that's at least queen level 25. So again, like I said, 26, level 26, when you start getting T9 troops, that's when you really want to start focusing maybe heavily on your main build, while everything else is kind of even along the way, and that way you have some good base stats to build up. So that's gear. So genes work much in the same way. So as we have 6 pieces of gear here, we also have 6 genes. Now each gene slot has 4 different genes in it. So we're gonna have melee, we're gonna have ranged, we're gonna have haste, and we're gonna have army. Army again requires at least a level 15 evolution cave to be able to equip, and basically it's going to be the same thing as your gear. These are going to be focused heavily on one thing for each slot. So you can have 6 melee gene slots that you would level all the way up and get to them as high as they can go, and then focus on others, or you can kind of do it evenly, you know, 1 gene page at a time, and just kind of level up that way. Now what a lot of players like to do is sometimes they try to be sneaky and level up over here first, because when you're looking at someone else's nest, this is going to be the first one for genes that pop up. So if you see a low level here, you might try to think, oh, okay, this player's, you know, maybe not that strong or whatever, but you'll go down here and you'll see a lot higher gear than they may have here. So you just kind of have to sometimes watch out for that and see how they're going to do. So like I said, you have 6 pages, 6 genes, each page having 4 gene spots, and so melee is going to be all about melee. On every single page it's going to be about melee in that first spot, and then, you know, your ranged and haste. So gene material, you can get that a number of different ways. One of the most convenient ways to get it is the Dark Cavern Exchange Shop. So you can come over here and you can get the gene herbs. Now to maximum buy this, it is 1,000 Dark Cavern crystals, and then as well, if you go to if you go all the way down here to these, the advanced gene herbs, I believe they're 50 a piece, so buying 10 of them is like 500 total to get those, and you can get them every single day provided you have enough of the Dark Cavern crystals up here. So that's probably the easiest way to get genes. And like I said earlier, also doing the scout post and hunting predator nests and doing things like that, you're also going to get rewards for doing that as well. Now one of the things I also want to mention is right here in the adventure shop as well. This you can also buy upgrade material as well in this shop. So once you get to the high enough level, you will be able to buy these upgrading materials for a total of I think 2,000 I think a piece, to maximize that. So that's in the adventure shop, and so that's kind of genes. Genes and cells kind of go a lot faster evolutionary as far as upgrading them than cells do. Cells require a queen level of 16, so an evolution cave level of 16 as well. And again, cells, so we can't go into my own, but what we can do is we'll just go and maybe we'll pick on someone else now. We already looked at JR, so let's go over here. Let's look at, oh, I don't know. We can pick on myself, I guess, right now. So we'll look at my cells. So my cells over here, again, you have 4 pages of cells, soon to be, you know, 5 pages eventually. But the first one you get at 16. Now, the way that cells work is, again, you have 3. You have a melee, you have ranged, and you have haste. Now, as you can tell on my main account, I'm a haste focus. That's why this one is the highest right now on all the pages. So 18, 18, 20, and then this one I'm working on still to get that up. So that's a 17. But you can tell by just looking at my nest that this is a haste player. So again, I also have melee stats and I have range stats as well. Just because if I need to have a ranged attack for someone in arena, or if I need to have a ranged attack for going up against another haste player or something like that, I can use those troops as well, and they won't be at such a disadvantage. Now they're going to be, of course, weaker, but you know, comparatively, it just depends on what you're trying to do. So again, you get cells in the Mantis shop. Now I don't think I actually have the Mantis shop. Yeah, that will be down here in the Mantis area. Basically in the Mantis, you will go in and you will be able to go into the Mantis shop, and for in there you will be able to buy T3 cells. So you'll be able to buy the melee cell, the range cell, and the haste cell. Each one of those is 100,000, and then you can also buy the cell upgrade material, the T1, T2, T3, and T4 cell upgrade material, the cell herb for evolution, and also the advanced cell herb for evolution as well, all within the Mantis exchange shop. So once you get that Mantis open, once you level up high enough to get that Mantis open, that's where you're going to get a majority of your cell material from. And again, same as the gear and the jeans. Events also have them. Doing your scout post also gets them. Predators, any number of things, and you will get those as well as in your bag. Every now and then you will get those evolution and upgrade bags as well, and you get to select which ones you want. And again, for same thing for totem, again, a level 25 is required to have totem. So let's go look at someone's totems right now, and let's just take a peek at who should we go? Let's go look at Nash Vegas right here. We'll look at his totems right here. And so you get your last set of totems at Q level 31, and also evolution cave 31 as well. So totems work just a little bit differently, and actually totems, totem material, despite the adventure shop for upgrade material, is a lot harder to come by because it's not one of those ones that you're going to be getting all the time. Now, yes, you can get a few from maybe a predator nest or maybe the scout post every now and then, but primarily events are what is going to give you the most for totem. So in here, each totem page, you have 4 pages, each one is going to have 3 totem spots. So your first totem is your unity totem, and this is going to give you your attack boosts, and then also a defense and HP boost as well. So over here in the Valor, this is going to give you your defense boost, and then an army attack and defense boost as well. So as we saw in this one, it's defense at HP, and this one it's attack defense, and then this one is going to be HP and attack. And then again in the friendship totem, you are going to be gaining HP, and that's going to be the same for every single page. Is you're going to look at a lot of players focus, I'm one of them, I focus on the attack first, and then I pick up these on the second, as secondary. So once I get them all the way up to like a max level of 15. So right now this is a max level of 15 right now. You get those all evenly leveled up all the way across, and then these I believe have a max level of 11. I think their max level is 11 or something like that, or 9. Then that's a max level of that, and then you have to evolve them up to the next. So that's kind of where you are with your genes, your cells, gear, and your totem. That's kind of where you're going to be getting them from, and how they affect your nest. Now, along with those boosts, you can also go in here and you are going to be able to see what else is going to give you boosts for your ants in your marches. Now we're going to be covering specialized ants and legacies in another video, but I just kind of wanted to briefly explain your gear, gene, cell, and totem, how to get them, what they do, where to get them, why they are important, and different ways that other players level up, and what may be the best for you. So right down here, I have a farm account. This one, you know, he's mainly built up on melee, so he doesn't have any haste, and that's not where his focus is. He's a melee ranged build, so again his melee is going to be a lot higher than everything else going through all of his stuff, and yet he's not quite high enough yet to have totem unlocked yet, but as you can tell he has no haste focus on there at all. But that's just because he's a farm, and you know, even through completing events and participating in different things like that, he is going to get rewards and get materials, and it's best not to let those go to waste. Now some people, farms, you know, they have movers, and their movers are their main focus, so they're movers for attack and HP and defense, and their research are going to be a lot higher than a lot of other people's. But then again, movers are generally just used for resource gathering and collecting. So again, right here, the mover attack, a lot of players don't put a whole lot of stack in these. Some do. On this account, I will be researching everything maximized for the queen level that I'm at. So right now, you know, I just started researching. We got it unlocked today, and you know, I'm just kind of going through and researching as I go. And so right now my queen level is queen level 10. So right, yeah, we are working on getting everything up to queen level 10 as we complete our our main story and everything like that. But yeah, other than that, that is your evolution cave and a little bit of the dark cavern and the mantis. That's kind of how that's explained. That's where you're going to get the majority of your materials for those. Again, of course, you know, you can come over here and purchase them in packs. Now when you're purchasing them in packs, you are more than welcome to buy them in the gear and gene packs by all means. But every now and then, sometimes under their daily sales or their limited offers, there's going to be some better deals for getting that stuff. So like 20 bucks right here for the chameleon tail, that gets you 30 of these. Now that's times 10, so that's 300. That's 300 gear or whatever you select it into. So if you wanted to take that same amount and you go over here into gear and you see, okay, how much is 300 going to cost me? You know that, hey, I'm kind of looking at a pretty good deal sometimes, because 75 of them is $5. So roughly about the same amount, but you get so much more with that other pack than just buying the gear. So something to keep an eye out on if you are interested. And I do believe through different Play stores, like I know that the Google Play Store and I believe the Amazon Pay Store, when you have those, you get some kickbacks or discounted, so it may not necessarily be $4.99 for a pack. It might be $4.50 or even $3.99. Once you hit a certain level in Google Play and you hit platinum, you get rewards. Every Friday they dole out, you can get points, and that's kind of like free in-game money a little bit too as well. And then of course there's all the other stores that you can download the game from and play through. So that is that. And then also as well, if you go into settings here in the box, every now and then Ant Legion comes out with codes, and basically you'll input that code here. Now if you're on a droid, it's right in here. It's super easy to do. You type in your code and claim your gift. If you're on iOS, you have to go into a different website, input the code, and then that'll be shown in here on your account as well. So again, that is your gene, cell, herbs, and totems all together in one video. If you have any more questions about them, please feel free to reach out to either myself and Ant Legion on either of their pages. There's a lot of players out there who are very knowledgeable about this, and I just kind of want to briefly go over how to get them, where to get them, what do they do, and yeah, we'll go from there. Later on we may have a more in-depth detail. Once we get up to a higher level, we'll have some more things going on. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.